I just recently got my first IHG credit card, and I think there are five core reasons for why I think IHG credit cards are actually really underrated and a lot more valuable than you might think. And these five core reasons are exactly why I decided to get into the IHG ecosystem in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to discuss why I think you need IHG credit cards as well, and I'll also compare the benefits on IHG credit cards in comparison to the competition, so we can see which hotel credit cards are actually going to be best. As always, we're just gonna hop right into the video, but really quick before I do that, if you do enjoy videos just like this one, then do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe down below because it's a free and easy way to help support my channel. Okay, so before I get into the core reasons for why you need IHG credit cards, I wanted to start by talking about the context of the core components for the IHG credit cards that are currently out on the market. So the first IHG credit card is the most basic one, which is the $0 annual fee IHG Rewards Traveler. There is a limited time welcome offer that is currently available to receive 100,000 IHG points when you spend $2,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. IHG points are typically valued at about 0.5 cents per point, which would basically mean that the year one value from this welcome bonus would be about $500. The point multipliers on the $0 annual fee IHG Rewards Traveler are going to be for 5x back on IHG purchases, 3x back on utilities, internet, cable, and phone services, select streaming services, gas stations, and dining, and then 2x back on all other purchases. The key benefits are going to be that you'll get automatic IHG Silver Elite status, your 4th night free when you book a stay of 4 nights or more with points, as well as no foreign transaction fees. The other two IHG credit cards that are currently on the market are the versions of the IHG Premier, so the IHG Premier and the IHG Premier Business, which are basically the same card. They're just the personal and business equivalents. And so when I'm discussing the core components on these cards, I'm just gonna group them together because they basically have the same benefits. So both the personal and business versions of the IHG Premier do have $99 annual fees, but the biggest difference between them is that there is a difference in welcome bonus. The IHG Premier Business currently has a welcome offer of being able to receive 140,000 IHG points when you spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months. At an average IHG point value of 0.5 cents per point, that would give this welcome offer a value of about $700, which is 7 times more value than the $99 annual fee. However, the personal version of the IHG Premier is currently offering the best welcome offer that it literally ever has, as you'll have the ability to earn 5 free night awards, which are each valued up to 60,000 points, so 300,000 points total when you spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months. If we again take an average IHG point value of 0.5 cents per point, and then we assume that you max out the entire value on this welcome offer, so the full 300,000 points, then this would give you a value of $1,500, which is 15 times more value than the $99 annual fee. The point multipliers on both cards are going to be for 10x back at IHG properties, 5x back on travel, gas stations, and dining, and then 3x back on all other purchases. In terms of the key benefits, you're going to get automatic IHG Platinum Elite status, which is the second highest status with IHG and allows you to get room upgrades, a welcome gift, and late checkout. You'll get that 4th night free benefit, which I will talk about a little bit more later because I do think this is really underrated. You'll get a credit for TSA PreCheck or global entry, as well as no foreign transaction fees. And then in my opinion, the most important benefit across these two cards is going to be the anniversary free night award, which is worth up to 40,000 IHG points, which typically gives you a value of over $200. So you're more than offsetting the annual fee, and this makes this card a keeper card. With that context in mind, let's now get into the 5 core reasons for why I think IHG credit cards are actually really underrated. So the first core reason or key benefit across IHG credit cards is the global footprint for IHG properties. IHG's global footprint did actually surprise me. It's a lot more extensive than I had originally thought, with over 6,300 properties throughout the world and an additional 2,000 properties that are in the pipeline. I do think that IHG's website is pretty cool as well because you can break down the number of properties for each brand and even see what properties are in the pipeline. So as an example, Intercontinentals are one of the higher end IHG properties, and right now there are 222 Intercontinental properties and another 98 properties in the pipeline. There is a significant property footprint in Asia, and shout out to Stan the Credit Frog, who basically broke down the specific IHG Intercontinental property availability throughout Asia, which is really extensive. But overall, there's a diverse landscape in terms of those higher end properties like Intercontinentals, but also significant footprint for more affordable budget stays like Holiday Inns if you want that as well. The way that I like to look at IHG's property footprint is that there is a lot of consistent, more budget-friendly options in the form of Holiday Inns throughout the US. However, all IHG credit cards do not have foreign transaction fees, and typically your redemption rates are probably going to be a little bit better when you're traveling internationally overall. So I'll look to stay at some of those higher end IHG properties like Kimptons or Intercontinentals when I'm traveling internationally. Obviously, that's just a general rule of thumb though. You can definitely stay at more budget friendly properties internationally or more luxury ones throughout the US. I actually just stayed at a Kimpton property in Chicago for a work trip that was super nice. The second core reason for why you need IHG credit cards is the fourth night free benefit. Essentially on all three IHG credit cards, you are going to get your fourth night free when you book a stay of 4 nights or more with points. As a quick note, you cannot use cash for any part of this booking. The entire booking needs to be with points. But if you have the points in order to do so, this is basically going to give you a 25% discount in terms of the IHG points that you need for your booking. If we compare this benefit to some other hotel programs, Hyatt does not have any sort of free night benefit when you're using a certain amount of points for a certain amount of nights. However, both Hilton and Marriott do have a form of that free night benefit, but it's going to be when you book 5 nights or more with points, and then you get that 5th night free. So essentially you're getting a 20% discount with Hilton and Marriott, and you need to book 1 more night. Whereas with IHG, you're getting a 25% discount and you need to book 1 less night. And then from a feasibility standpoint, when I travel, I like to travel around to multiple different cities or even countries if I can. And so I'm typically not just in one place for an extended amount of time. So that 4th night free benefit with IHG is just going to be a lot easier to take advantage of than the 5th night free benefits with Hilton or Marriott. And I think this benefit is extremely underrated and it's something that people tend to overlook. All right, the third core reason that you need IHG credit cards is going to be the elevated welcome offers. I personally just took advantage of an elevated welcome offer to receive up to 175,000 IHG points on the IHG Premier Business. And right now there is an even better welcome offer that is available on the IHG Premier card, which can get you a value up to 300,000 IHG points, which at a $99 annual fee is pretty insane. Of course, sometimes there are standard offers on the IHG cards as well, such as the current standard offer on the IHG Premier Business to receive 140,000 points, but even the standard offers are extremely competitive. And these IHG Premier cards, in addition to the $0 fee IHG Rewards Traveler, do frequently have elevated welcome offers to the point that if you're just somewhat patient, you can probably find a solid elevated welcome offer just because they are so common. The fourth reason that you need IHG credit cards is going to be because of the high elevated statuses. On the IHG Rewards Traveler, you'll get automatic Silver Elite status. And I'll admit, IHG Silver Elite status is not really going to get you much, but it's at least better than member status, and it's also going to get you things like 2 p.m. late checkout. However, where the value really lies is going to be the IHG Platinum Elite status that you get from the IHG Premier and IHG Premier Business. Essentially, IHG Platinum Elite status is the second highest status with IHG, just behind IHG Diamond Elite status. So that's really competitive for 2 cards that just have $99 annual fees. And in terms of what IHG Platinum Elite status will actually get you, you'll get complimentary room upgrades, which are much more successful at international properties, early check-in, and a welcome gift, which is usually points or a snack. And on my recent work trip to Chicago, I just used this to get a couple snacks and drinks. And how elite status can be extremely valuable is that you combine the elite status benefits with utilizing something like the 4th night free benefit to get a 25% discount on the points that you're paying. And when you use those two together, you can get a lot of value. Finally, the 5th reason that you need IHG credit cards is going to be the free night awards. As you might guess, you're not going to get a free night award on the $0 annual fee IHG Rewards Traveler card, but the free night awards are going to be prevalent on the IHG Premier and IHG Premier Business. On both the IHG Premier and the IHG Premier Business cards, you will get a free night award worth up to 40,000 IHG points, and you're going to get that on your card member anniversary every single year. On average, the value from this free night award should give you upwards of $200 in value, which is going to way outpace the $99 annual fees each year. In terms of some examples for how you can actually utilize that IHG free night award, again, you're probably going to get a little bit more value when you use those internationally. So you can even use them at intercontinental properties like the Intercontinental Berlin or the Intercontinental in Bali. Again, from a general rule of thumb, you're probably going to get a little bit less value when you're using those free night awards domestically, but you can still utilize that IHG Free Night Award for Kimpton properties in San Diego or Colorado. Okay, so now I want to compare the IHG Premier Cards against the Chase World of Hyatt, Marriott Bonvoy Boundless, and Hilton Surpass, so we can see who wins and which hotel credit cards you should be prioritizing. So out of those options, I do personally like the Bonvoy Boundless a lot, and that's just because I'm trending towards being a Marriott loyalist due to their ecosystem and how it fits in with my own travel preferences. But for the sake of this video, if you're unbiased to any hotel programs, I would actually put the Hilton Surpass and the IHG Premier as the top two, and then the Chase World of Hyatt and Bonvoy Boundless as the bottom two. The reason that I say this is because both the IHG Premier and the Hilton Surpass have the most competitive elite statuses, plus they both have ways to easily offset the annual fee with the value that you get. From there, I could definitely see the argument for the IHG Premier card being better than the Hilton Surpass, because you just have one thing to worry about per year, which again is that free night award to offset the annual fee. Whereas with the Hilton Surpass, you have to liquidate and make sure that you're using the quarterly credits every single quarter. Again, this is if you were completely unbiased to any hotel programs, but I do definitely think there is a strong argument to be made for why the IHG Premier card can be the best mid-tier hotel credit card. But I do have a lot of other hotel credit card videos, including some ones where I ranked every single hotel credit card. So I'll link that video up above right now if you're interested in watching that next. But in conclusion, in the credit card game, I think IHG gets really overlooked because in reality, they have some of the best hotel credit cards that are out there on the market. But if you are interested in Hilton credit cards instead, then go check out this video next where I went over the validity for the Hilton trifecta. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.